Dear students, in this lecture video, we studied about the continuation of different terms considered for power plant and their significance. The first video, the previous video, we studied the different types of the load curves. Okay, so in this case, then what are the important definitions which are used in the load curve? Now you see. What are the important definitions which are used in the load curve? The first one is the base load. What is mean by base load? Because how to calculate the base load? The unvarying load which occurs almost the whole day on the power station is called the base load. This is the definition of the base load which is identified from the load curve only. The next load is the peak load. Peak load is nothing but the maximum demand or the maximum load. This peak load, how to that means calculate from the load curve the various peak demands of the load over and above the base load of the power station is known as the peak load. The peak load is nothing but the peak demand. Okay, the next term is connected load. How to calculate the connected load from the load curve? The sum of the continuous ratings of all the equipments which are connected to the power system is called the connected load. This is the definition of connected load. And then what is the definition of maximum load? Mean the maximum load is the greatest demand on the given period during a given period only. That is nothing but the maximum load. The another name of the maximum load is nothing but the maximum demand. Then average load. So the two definition is there. One is the average of all the loads occurring at the various instance on the generating station is called the average load. This is one of the definition. The another definition, the total electrical energy delivered in a given period divided by the time period is called the average load. So how to calculate the average load? Average load is there, daily average load is there, monthly average load is there, yearly average load also is there. So the average load general formula kilowatt hour, that means energy supplied in a period divided by time period. This is the definition of average load. What do you mean by daily average load? Means the kilowatt hour energy supplied in a day. The period may be day, means that is a daily average load. The period in terms of month means that is nothing but the month. So therefore the daily average mean kilowatt hour energy supplied in a day divided by 24, only 24 hours. Monthly means what? The numerator same, kilowatt hour energy supplied in a day, but denominator 24 into 30, and because 30 days, each day 24, so 24 into 30 days, that is the monthly average load formula. Then next we have to calculate the variable load. Okay, so the variable load is nothing but the load on the power plant vary from time to time. I told you no, the early morning one load, late morning one load, and then early evening one load, late evening one load, night one load. So therefore the load on a power plant, that means vary from time to time due to uncertain demand of the consumers are known as the variable load. Then what is the effect of the variable load? The need of an additional equipment and then the increase in production cost. This is the effect. One is additional equipment is required. Another one is the production cost increase. These are the effects, that means occurred due to variable load. Okay, then interconnected load. So the connection of two or more loads which are connected in parallel condition, that is known as interconnected load. This is the definition of interconnected load. What is the advantages of interconnected load? The first one is exchange of the peak load, that is possible, and then use of older plant also. Okay, because all are interconnected, no, so therefore you can use the older plant also for meeting our load demand. This is another advantages. Then ensure an economical operation, because if that mean because all the load interconnected means that's why the economical operation happened in the power system, and then increases the diversity factor. We already know how to calculate the diversity factor, and then reduce the plant reserve capacity, then increases the reliability of the power supply. Reliability will maintain the voltage, maintain the frequency, and then next that means uninterrupted of the power supply. Then next, what is mean by base load plant and then peak load plant? This is the another type of the hydroelectric power plant which is classified according to the load only. The base load plant is nothing but the type of the power plant which supplies to a constant load demand in more efficient manner only. This type of the power plant are run in 100% of the time. For example, nuclear power plant, coal fired power plant comes under base load power plant, and then peak load power plant is nothing but the that is the type of the power plant which supplies to both constant load demand as well as the maximum demand. This power plant helps over the short term, that is the 15% of the demand, that is the peak demand. So example is a gas turbine, hydroelectric power plant like example of the peak load power plant. Then what is the term cold reserve, spinning reserve, hot reserve? And these are the things that we are used in the hydroelectric power plant for calculating the cost. So therefore the cold reserve is nothing but these are the constraints of the unit commitment. So the cold reserve is nothing but the reserve generating capacity which is not in operation but can be made available for service. This is the cold reserve. Spinning reserve is nothing but the reserve generating capacity which is connected to the bus and is ready to take the load, that is known as the spinning reserve. What I mean by hot reserve? The hot reserve is nothing but the reserve generating capacity which is in operation but not in service. Okay, cold reserve which is not in operation but in service. But hot reserve, that means which is in operation but not in service. This is the difference between the cold reserve and hot reserve. These are the cold reserve, hot reserve, spinning reserves are that means constraints of the unit commitment. The next type of the load, that means different type of the load we are using, no, that is the residential load, commercial load, industrial. What do you mean by residential? The example is domestic service, that is the domestic light, the power needed for domestic application, that means radio, television, washing machine, water heater, refrigerator, electric cookers, small motor for water pumping purpose. These are the things like is known as the are example of the residential load. What I mean commercial load? Commercial load na lighting for shop, advertisements, and electrical appliances used in the shop, restaurant. These are the example of the commercial load. This type of the load occurs for some hours only during the day and time. Because the shop 24 hours is not opening. Some particular time for morning that's 9 to evening 9 o'clock like this. Even restaurant, everything particular time only. So there is nothing but the commercial load. And then industrial load. The industrial load, that means it consists of the load demand of the various industries. That means the magnitude of these type of the load mainly depends on the type of the industry only. The continuation of type of the load is nothing but the municipal load, traction load, irrigation load. Municipal load means the street lighting. Municipality is there, no street lighting, power required for water supply, municipality tank, the drainage. These are the things and municipal load. This is a pumping process occurs at the night time only. And then traction load. The traction load means trams, car, trolley buses, railways. These are the example of the traction load. These type of the load has wide variation, depends on the time. Okay, irrigation, the name itself is that this type of the load includes electrical power needed for pumps driven by the electrical motor to supply water to the field for irrigation purpose. Such type of the load is known as the irrigation load. This type of the load is supplied for night 12 hours. Okay, so these are the different type of the loads, that means which are used in the power. And based on the load only we can that means allotted the tariff and then calculate the amount electrical bill from the consumer. Okay, students, I hope that in the 3 lecture videos, the previous lecture video and then previous one, these 3 lecture video, you clearly understood what are the different terms which are used and considered for the power plant and their significance. Thank you, student, for watching this video.